Once, in a quiet village nestled between hills, there lived a man named Elias. He was a humble carpenter, known for crafting the most intricate chairs and tables. He had lived in the village all his life, waking up every morning before dawn to the sound of birds singing and the rustle of leaves in the wind. Elias lived alone, having lost his wife many years ago to an illness. Their son, Jonah, had moved to the city for work, and although they wrote letters, their visits had become rare as time passed. One winter evening, Elias sat by his fireplace, carving a new chair for the local inn. His hands, though aged and weathered, still moved with the skill of a man who had spent decades shaping wood. But his mind often wandered, thinking about Jonah, wondering how his son was faring in the bustling city. He missed the sound of his laughter, the way he would chase after the chickens when he was a boy, the way his eyes would light up when they spoke of dreams. That night, Elias wrote a letter to Jonah, something he hadn't done in years. He shared stories of the village, the changing seasons, and how the oak tree near their old house had grown taller. He spoke of his work, of how each piece of wood felt like a connection to the world, a small tribute to life's fleeting beauty. Weeks passed, and just as winter began to show signs of softening, a letter arrived for Elias. It was from Jonah. The words were filled with warmth, but beneath the surface, Elias could feel the weariness of city life. The rush, the noise, the unrelenting march of time. But Jonah had written one thing that touched Elias deeply. "I remember," he wrote, "how you would stop working and just look at the sky for a few moments, as if it held all the answers. I think about that a lot here." Elias smiled, his heart swelling with a quiet joy. He realized that, even in the noise of the world, the simplicity of life, of stillness, of remembering, had reached Jonah. It was a small victory, but one that made Elias feel that, in his own simple way, he had taught his son something important. The years passed, and the village slowly changed, but Elias continued to carve his wood, always with care. And though his hands grew slower and his body frailer, the life he lived, a quiet, thoughtful life, remained a testament to the beauty of small things, the moments that might seem insignificant to others, but which, when remembered, became everything. One spring morning, Jonah returned. He had come to visit, to be with his father, and perhaps to find something he had lost along the way. As they sat on the porch, watching the sun rise over the hills, Elias turned to him and smiled. "Life," he said softly, "is not about rushing forward. It's about remembering to stop, breathe, and look around." Jonah nodded, his eyes filled with understanding. "I think I needed to remember that." And for a while, they both just sat there, together in the quiet of the morning, where the past and present met in the simple, unspoken bond between father and son.